All right, looks like we're live. This is Monday, the 21st, and I thought I'd come to you guys live again today because I think I'm starting to figure this thing out and how we're going to do it to make it make sense. Yesterday, we had another successful live vlog that did not crash on me, but um, I could not see the comments. There was a lot of comments, a lot of people joined, and I couldn't see any of them. They didn't show up. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm sitting at my PC and I'm going to join the chat, the live stream on here, and I'll be able to communicate with you guys on the PC and see what you're saying, and we can have us a little conversation. Hopefully, some of you guys can join us. Right now, I just started, so nobody's here yet, and that's usual with this thing because I can't. With the live stream on the phone, as I've mentioned before, I can't predetermine a time and things like that and put out a link in advance like you can if you do it on your PC. I can just start live and there it is. And matter of fact, sometimes, like now, I'm looking at my PC and it's hard to find the live stream. It doesn't just pop up on my page like I would think it should. I can usually find it, but it's not that easy to do. Let me see if I can find the easiest way to find it, and maybe I can help you guys find it if you know I'm going live and you want to join before I send the link out. Because once I find it, I'm going to go ahead and send the link out on my favorite social media outlets like Twitter and Facebook and Google+. And that way you guys can join me, and hopefully I'll get some of you guys to come in here. I like to talk now because some of you guys are going to be watching this later and not live, and that's okay too. But I don't want you to have to sit here and just watch me in silence. So I'm just going to kind of no. Where is it at? Maybe you guys can help me too. If you guys know the trick on how to find the link to a live stream once you start it, let me know. Okay, I think that's what I did yesterday. I went to my live streaming tab on my YouTube channel, and I don't see it still. It says I'm streaming now. There we go. Alright, now I'm in the live stream in like my view, but I need to go to where the public view, where you guys see it, and that'll give me the link. It's not easy to find at all. Come on, YouTube. I think when you start a live stream, no matter where it's at, if you're streaming through your it's weird because right now it's showing me on my okay, I'm just watching a delay of myself. For a second I had my head turned and I'm thinking, is it watching me through my webcam because I'm on the PC? I wonder if I can go to that camera, but no, that's not the case at all. But yeah, I think if you go live, it should automatically pop up on your main page. And it doesn't. Okay, there we are. Where's that public view? There it is, public view. It's still not taking me to it. And I apologize if, yeah, there it is. Okay, found the link. Not easy to do. But I want to get you guys the link. Oh, and I want to apologize for the shaking camera. My desk is a little wobbly. Hello, whoever is here now. Oh, that's me. Yeah, because I'm in the live stream to get the link. It's showing me here that one person's there. So it does seem like that part of this thing is accurate, at least. Well, no, I still doubt that too, because yesterday I had like 16 people join, and at any given moment on my phone, it only had like 5 people at the most. Share it here on Twitter now. And then Facebook. Alright, looks like somebody else has joined me, and I can get back here and see who you are now that I've figuring this out here. Oh, maybe not. Not unless you comment something. I don't see from the even on the PC in the live stream room, whatever you want to call it. I still can't see who's here. I'll say hello and leave the first comment here. So if you're watching live now and you're able to comment, leave me a comment so I can see who you are. And we should have more joining us here soon. Hopefully doing it a little later in the day than normal will help some people out that aren't such early birds. I've been doing it pretty early in the morning, 8 a.m. That ain't too bad, but for me it's the evening because I get off work a lot of times. You have to excuse me, I worked all night and I'm trying to stay up, so Starbucks, double shot, mocha it is. That'll keep me awake for a little while at least. It's delicious. If you guys haven't tried this, you need to. It's good stuff. So today I don't have a whole lot to talk about other than I think I figured out how to live stream. I think that I figured out the best way to do it is to have the PC open with the room so I can see the preview and the chat and who's here and what you guys are saying. And yeah, it kind of frustrated me yesterday because I did a successful live stream. I got through the whole thing without it crashing. Everything worked good. But then I couldn't see any of the chat, and I didn't know if there was any chat going on, if anybody was leaving comments, until I got on the PC after the live stream ended, and there were all these comments, and all you guys were talking to me and to each other, which was cool. I'm glad you guys at least talked to each other. Some of you guys knew each other, which was really cool, because I couldn't talk to you, obviously. I just didn't know you were there and that you were chatting. I knew somebody was here. I knew there were people here. I just didn't know who. But today I am wearing my work shirt, and the significance of that is I don't usually show my work shirt because I don't like people knowing where I work. You might be crazy. I don't know. You never know. I don't just put out there where my job is just in case somebody crazy does watch my video and want to come track me down or mess with me through my work. I don't want that. But last night was my last night at this job, so I'm no longer at this work, so I can show you now. And I can tell you about it a little bit. And I don't know, maybe you watching, well, there's a third person who has joined us. So hello. Welcome to the chat, and welcome to the live stream. And please chat with us. I keep calling it the chat on accident because now I'm able to chat with you guys while I'm doing this. I think I figured out how to do that. But I was just discussing how last night was my last night at my my job here, Nice Pack. And for those of you guys don't know what Nice Pack is, they make wet wipes. I was a machine operator for a wrapper machine that made packs of wet wipes. And they call themselves the global wet wipe leader because they made probably most of the wet wipes in the globe. At least all of the major store brands, the CVS's and the Equate, which is Walmart, and the Kirkland, which is Costco, Target, a lot of Target brands, a lot of the store brand wet wipes. That's what Nice Pack does. And so I was a machine operator there. And I didn't talk about that a lot on my vlog. Like I said, I just didn't want everybody to know where I work. But I got a new job, and so now I can have another job to not tell you guys about. No, but this new job will allow me to travel around the city a lot, around Indianapolis, and I'll be out during the day. I'll be on a day shift rather than a night shift. I got flexible hours, so I'll be able to come and go as I please kind of thing, and I'll get to see and do a lot of cool stuff, and I'll be bringing you guys along. It'll make doing videos a lot easier. Plus, I'll be working a regular 40-hour week, where at Nice Pack I was working ridiculous hours. Usually average a 40-hour week is what my normal schedule would be, but lately they've been requiring a lot of overtime from their employees because being shorthanded and all. I'm still waiting for somebody to comment. Hopefully it's working on here. It seems to be working. I commented and I see it, but I don't see, and that's how I knew yesterday that probably something was up, because I commented yesterday as well and I couldn't even see my own comment. So who knows? At least I'm able to live stream. I am glad that this does actually work, and that it is cool that I can live stream from my phone anywhere I want. And I look forward to doing that when I start this new job, being able to come to you guys live wherever I'm at. If I come across a cool place, I'm sure I'll be filming vlogs and editing things together like I always do. I think tomorrow I'll bring you guys a regular video rather than a live stream. Hopefully, if I get it done edited today, I'm working on an edit of something. We'll see. I can't ever promise videos because I don't want to not deliver when things get shuffled around and plans change. Happens all the time with all of us. I'm sure you guys understand. It's hard to plan out a daily vlog when you're doing them day to day. Now, if I was doing a monthly, video or a weekly video, I would usually know a week ahead or a month ahead what I was doing. I could tell you guys. But when it's just day to day, I'm working on tomorrow's video today. It's usually how it works. Unless I'm doing a live stream, then obviously I'm here today. As if I need to explain that. If I seem a little different today, it's because I'm probably a little delirious. I didn't get too much sleep yesterday, and then I worked a 12-hour shift, and I need to stay up today to switch back to a day schedule. And I do this a lot. I switch back and forth, and I know it's probably not good for me, and I miss a lot of sleep, and I do get crazy sometimes. But I had to do it with this job because I was working these 12-hour night shifts, and I got a lot of time off. At least before they started requiring a lot of overtime, I used to get a lot of time off because I worked 12-hour shifts. You get a lot more hours in, so you end up. What I worked was a 2-2-3 schedule, and if you don't know what that is, you work 2 days on, and then you get 2 days off, and then you get 3 days you have to work, and then you do the opposite. You do 2 days off, 3 days working, 3 days off, and it goes like that back and forth. So basically, every 2 weeks, you alternate which days you have off. But basically, it ends up being you get out of a 14-day period, you get 7 days off. So, I mean, that's half the days off. What it ends up being, and so I was able to spend those days with my family and doing videos, but only if I could stay up all day after working all night to switch to a day schedule for the days off. Otherwise, I would be stuck on this night schedule where I'm sleeping all day while the family's awake and the sun's out and all the fun stuff's going on. And then I'd be up all night by myself in the middle of the night, nothing going on. And there were times where I still managed to put videos out. You guys obviously know if you're watching my stuff, there's some videos I did in the middle of the night. And some of that was just out of convenience because I was on a night schedule. But instead of every time I get a day off having to stay up and switch, I'm going to be on a day schedule, hopefully permanently. Hopefully I won't have to work a night shift job anymore. Because I don't really enjoy it. The pay is good. They pay a little better. Just about anywhere I go, they pay a little better if you're willing to work the night shift. But it's hard. It's hard on your body and mind trying to switch back and forth. It's hard on the family who misses out on stuff when I'm sleeping and things like that. It's not so fun to be on the opposite schedule as most of the rest of the human race. So it looks like, according to this, the two people that had joined me are now gone and I'm all alone again. At least if that's correct, which is fine. I didn't really give too much of a heads up that I was going to do this a little later today. I just been really busy this morning, and so I hadn't had time to get online and tell everybody, hey, I'm doing it at 10 today. Not until about a half an hour ago, I kind of posted around that I was going to be doing it. So there may not be a lot of you guys that know that I'm live right now. So I'll go ahead and stick around and keep talking to myself and see if some of you guys end up joining. I hope so. I'd love to talk with some of you guys, especially some of you guys that were on yesterday. I really, like I said, I'm disappointed that I didn't get to engage with the chat because I just didn't know that you guys were there and I couldn't see the chat through the live streaming on the phone. So that's why I'm sitting at the PC now, watching the chat on the PC and streaming live with the Galaxy S7 from Samsung, which I gotta say, I love the camera. Beautiful shots. I love the live streaming stuff. I love all the apps that I can get now that I'm on Android instead of a Windows-based phone. It's been a significant upgrade for me to be able to do what I can do with this phone. Now, the Windows phone I had before had a fantastic camera on it, a Zeiss Optics 41 megapixel camera. And not only was it 41 megapixels on the pictures, but I could zoom in, I think, up to 3 or 4 times and still be in 1080. It's a nice phone, nice camera. But Windows itself is not all that great, and at least not anymore. They used to be. It used to be they had some options that other phones didn't have, and there were options that I really liked. Now this phone and other phones have those options, but Windows doesn't have all the options that this one has. So Windows has kind of been left behind and didn't catch up with everybody else, but everybody else has caught up with them. So I had to make the switch. And plus I'm a YouTuber. Although I love Windows on the PC, I love my Xbox, and I love Microsoft in general. I think they make quality stuff. Sometimes they don't make the newest stuff, I guess you could say. They're not always up to date. That happens a lot, even with the Xbox. Some of the options that you can do on a PlayStation 4, Xbox still hasn't caught up to. I remember when Xbox finally got an internet browser, Internet Explorer for Xbox. It's an app now, and up until then, I think it was just like a year or two ago, and up until then, PlayStation had it. PlayStation is a Sony product, and Sony, I remember when I was a kid, we had Sony Walkmans. Sony was all about music. Sony was, CD players and stereos and things like that. And then they were kind of late to the game in the video game market. Of course, you had Nintendo and Sega back when when I was a kid, but then Sony appeared and started making video games. And who knew that they would come out with a web browser years before a game console made by Microsoft? Microsoft. You guys make Internet Explorer. And you didn't integrate them together, or even, I don't know if they didn't think to, or that it was, a novel idea that, PlayStation came up with, and then that, people realized, hey, this is, I don't know. It made common sense to me, especially once you had Xbox Live. Once you had Xbox Live on the Xbox and you could play online and you had to connect to the internet to play with your friends, it only made sense to have an internet browser on the console. I don't understand what took so long. But again, Windows, you're falling behind. You're always behind. You make great products, but you're always making them a little bit too late. I don't get it. So what I think I might do though, is take these two phones, because my Windows phone is still functioning great. I just felt like I was falling behind because I was holding on to Windows, and I've been loyal to Windows Phone for years, and I couldn't get on Snapchat with all my family and friends, especially once my wife and my brothers and all them started getting on some of these apps, Periscope and Instagram and Snapchat and all the fun ones. I couldn't get on most of them because Windows does not have those apps on their network or on their, the Windows Store. You can't, it's a different format. And so maybe these apps aren't making their apps available to Windows. I don't know what the problem is, but they're just not available. Now, you see commercials for games and apps, and they'll say available on Android and iPhone. Those are the two major ones, but Windows is very prominent, and I don't understand why they didn't get the apps, but for some reason they didn't. So I was falling behind and not being able to use the apps that everybody else was using. I had to make the switch. But I'm going to compare the phones. I'm going to take the phone, since it's still functioning great, my Windows phone, and oh, look at that. I'm getting an incoming call from the wife during the live chat. I wonder if this will allow me to answer during. Okay. Live stream resumed. It did not resume on the PC. I wonder if it will. This will be a good test. Looks like it's trying to. Okay, it did. But it's still showing me on my phone. This is a good test, I guess. I got a phone call during, my wife called from work during the live stream, and I answered it thinking maybe it'll actually let me talk to her on the phone and live stream the conversation, which would be kind of neat if I could do that. But it did not. As soon as I answered the phone, it paused the broadcast. And when I came back, my comment from earlier is there. So me leaving and resuming allowed the comment to load, I guess, and so I'm able to see it now. But now I'm still live on the PC, and it's not showing me as I'm here. It doesn't show that I'm here in the live stream on my phone. Okay, now it's showing one person here. I think that's me. I don't know. Who knows? But this interrupting the stream, at least sharing my my link to Facebook and stuff, which interrupted it the first two times, I think is what caused this live stream to crash. So I'm not going to be too surprised if this one crashes now that I've interrupted it by answering that phone call. That's another good test, I guess, for it. At least I know, even though it's not working as well as I want it to, at least I know what works and what does not work. So, but we'll just hold on for a little longer, see if you guys join us, and see if this thing crashes on me. I hate to say that I'm waiting for this thing to crash, but I feel like I am at this point. So I was hoping at least one of my brothers would join. I know a couple of my brothers have really been keeping up on my live stream stuff lately, and I really appreciate them watching all my videos just to help me out and support me and sharing my stuff, and I appreciate that. And I'd like to give them a shout out. My brother Matt, he's my stepbrother, the other Matt, cool guy, and he just got himself a drone, a Unique, and that's very exciting. I can't wait to fly with him and check his stuff out, and film each other flying. I think that's kind of neat to film one drone with another in the air. I think it's a little neat trick I want to try. But also I'm going to get that opportunity probably with my other brother Josh. And you guys have probably seen Josh quite a few times on my channel and different stuff we've done together. He actually met me in Gatlinburg and hung out with us in Gatlinburg, so he's in some of those videos when we just went on our little vacation. And he got himself a Phantom 3, I believe believe that's what he told me is a Phantom 3. He just bought a Phantom 3. And that is super awesome. That's the first one I wanted, was the Phantom. And obviously they're the most popular, most mainstream drones out probably right now, the ones that everybody knows about. But that's for a reason. They're very good quality drones. Typically a lot more expensive than a Unique or a Blade like I have. But I think my brother got a good deal on his. I don't think his was nearly as expensive as I thought they would have to be to get one. They're downright affordable now. And it may be because this Phantom 4 is coming out. I don't know when it comes out, but I know my homie Casey Neistat on YouTube has got his hands on one already, which he gets it all early. But that means it's coming really soon if they've already at least passed the developmental phase, probably in the marketing phase. And also, my buddy Chris Miller, you guys probably remember him. He's the one that got me into this drone thing, and now I'm hooked. And he does the racing stuff. So I think what might make a cool video, and maybe I can get your guys' opinion on this, is maybe get us all together and check out all the different types of drones. So I've got a Blade. One of my brothers got a Unique. The other one's got a Phantom 3. And then Chris Miller's got the racing stuff. And usually his are custom. So I'd love to give you a name. He probably could give you a name of, what the general components of his custom ones are. But he builds them. And so they're probably Frankenstein with a lot of different stuff that he likes to put together. But they're amazing. They really, really are. Those things can float. And especially when you got somebody who's good at flying them. And he is. Chris Miller is amazing. I don't really have enough footage to show you guys for you guys to really get an idea of how good this guy is. But I can tell you now, let me tell you a story. When I first got my Blade, he came over to give me some pointers and just fly with me. And I was just learning how to fly, and I'm still learning. You're probably always going to still be learning because there's so many advancements all the time. But I had never flown really at all, other than with Chris. He had let me take the controls of his once, and it was kind of like in a smart mode, and I kind of just went up and down, left and right with it, and that was about it. That's the most I'd ever flown before I got my Blade. And so he come over to fly with me, and with the Blade, I kept it in safe mode, especially in the beginning. I didn't want to crash it, and I didn't want to jump right into flying it in standard mode, where you really have to know your orientation left and right and up and down. With it in safe mode, it doesn't matter which way the drone is facing. Left is left, right is right, to your orientation. And you kind of mess yourself up learning it that way, because once you go into a standard mode, which is way better at maneuvering, if you're going to be filming and things like that with it, you're going to want to learn to fly in standard. And so learning it the cheating way, or the amateur way, is going to mess you up. You probably want to jump right into doing the standard stuff. I would say it's probably my mistake of not doing that in the beginning. But I do still like to fly in safe mode once in a while when I feel like I really need to be able to have full control of this thing, even if I can't see it. You know what I mean? Like if it gets too far away, or behind some trees, or if it starts drifting somewhere where it gets blocked by something in my view of it, I can't tell what the orientation is. I'm still learning, so I don't want to accidentally fly it into something. And if it's in safe mode and I'm somewhere dangerous, I know that I won't. So I still do it once in a while, but if I'm practicing a lot with flying in standard mode. But anyway, continue with the story. I'm flying in safe mode, and so I kept it hundreds of feet from anything, from a tree, from a house. It's just way up there and out there, and coming up and down with it, I'm just way out there, and I'm just being super, super safe with this thing. But I'm showing him that, hey, look, I am learning to fly this thing, and I can get it up in the air and all this stuff for myself, and I'm proud of myself and all that. And then, at one point, and he's sitting there quiet and going, no, yeah, that's cool, yeah, you got it up there and all this. And at one point I said, do you wanna fly my Blade? And he's like, sure, I'll fly it. And for him, it's fun, but he's probably done it thousands of times. I know he used to have a Blade, and he's had probably every kind of drone they make, and he's owned a lot of them. And he takes the controls and he brings it down to about head level with us, and he flies it right up to us and then around my car, goes out in the driveway, and he's just inches away from everything, and coming at it fast and just stopping right before it and going around it and all this stuff, and I'm going up, I'm almost a nervous wreck because it's my thing, but he had full control at it. Just watching him for a few seconds, you realize, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's not going to crash this thing at all. He could parallel park a drone. I mean, so to speak. So, I mean, he could just maneuver that thing really well, and it's second nature to him, and it's impressive. And I want to get that good. So it really motivated me to learn standard mode. That right there, just because I could not touch what he had done with that thing. I'm like, I felt like I was a child, being super safe with this thing. And he was able to just take the reins and really do some cool stuff with it. So Chris Miller's a fantastic drone pilot, and I know me and all my brothers can learn a lot from him. So it'd be cool to get together with him, and it'd be cool to make a video with 4 different kinds of drones. And I think it'd be good to put out there a video of, hey, there's people out there, there's a lot of people out there wanting to get into it, and it's getting really, really popular. It already is really popular, but there's a lot of people going, well, what kind of drone do I get? They have so many now because they are so popular. What do I want? What is going to be, suited to me and my tastes? And everybody's different. Everybody has different applications for it, and some people just want to have fun, and some people want to film, and some people want to fly them far and wide to survey things or whatever. But it's hard to know. It's really hard to know, and I haven't seen anything on the internet really cut and dry that really breaks down the differences between them all. You really kind of got to get into it and really learn about each one to know, okay, this one does that, this one does that. So I think it would be cool to put a really simple cut and dry video together displaying all 4 of them and the differences, and really get a example of what each one can do. Really get a sample of the video, of the speed, of the height and the distance and the GPS, and what's got what and what doesn't, and what do you need and what do you not need. And then the prices as well. We'll discuss that maybe. I don't know. So tell me what you guys think about that. Would that be something you guys would like to see? If any of you guys are into the drone stuff, the flying stuff, which I'm sure some of you guys are if you're watching my stuff, because I'm into that now, and I've been showing a lot of that, and I appreciate you guys watching it, and I've gotten some nice comments on a lot of that stuff, so I appreciate that a lot. I've still got a lot to learn, but it's a lot of fun. I'm hooked on the drone stuff. And let me ask you guys this: how many of you guys, and if you're watching this later, you can comment below. I'd love to go back and see. I check all my comments all the time, and I try to respond to everybody as much as I can. But who's got drones, and what kind of drones do you fly? What is your taste? Let me know. I know there's a few of my viewers that I know what they fly and that are great pilots themselves, and I'm learning from some of my YouTube buddies on here. So I'd like to hear from you all. And so I really don't have much else to talk about today. I mean, I just thought I'd get on here and check in with everybody and put some kind of video out for today. It's really why I do this. I wanted to make sure I get you guys something every day. And these live vlogs are a great way to interact with you guys. I wish we could do some more interaction. It looks like there's probably not a lot of people up, or if they are, they're at work. It's a Monday, so everybody's got the Monday blues, and they're doing their thing this morning. I know I usually am. But I appreciate you guys that are watching, and hopefully I'll try to get these live vlogs a little more planned, and so I can in at least a day advance maybe, that I can give plenty of notice to all you guys of when I'm going to be going live, so you guys can join with me. And I love to get more guests too. I've been having my girls in them a lot, just because I spend a lot of time with them when I'm at home. So I hope you guys enjoy spending time with me and my girls. They crack me up. Them girls are a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys feel the same way and you guys enjoy that. But I know that some of you guys would love to see me talk to some more interesting people, and I know a lot of interesting people, and I meet a lot of interesting people all the time. And so some of them aren't too worried about getting on the camera and talking to me. So I'm gonna try to push some more of that and get some more people in the live ones with me, rather than just on videos and on vlogs. I'd love to get some people live so you guys can talk to my interesting friends and acquaintances as well, and maybe get some Q&A kind of stuff going on. So that's my plan for the future. I got some days off right now in between this job and me starting my next job next week. So I'm going to try to spend that time doing some cool videos and adventuring a little bit and having some fun. I got some work around here I really got to get done. I'm going to utilize this time to really get some things done that I've been putting off around here just because I haven't had time. Now I've got plenty of time, so I need to work. And so I'll be making videos and working all week. So if you guys got some ideas of stuff you want to see, don't hesitate to comment on that. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace!